Hello guys, how are you today? I just want to show you this little game I got a while back during a sale or a gift or something. I've had it for a bit and then I recently started playing it and it's kind of wonderful. This one I've never actually looked at that with the little robot birds. You can play the tutorial. Maybe I wonder if I should do that or we should just play a game. You know what? You can do the tutorial in your own time. Anyway, so we got in here. It's just me against the AI at this point. You can pick whatever color. I always go for green. And then you've got these little faces. There was a new update recently, so you might not have some of these at the bottom, but you'll have all the rest of these. So you can pick, you know, who you want to be, which little bird is for you, and then you can pick whatever background you're into. Oh, it's winter. That's definitely winter. That's kind of pretty. We have an Easter thing. That's interesting. Ooh, a little place in the woods. And I'm not even sure what I'm seeing there, but I've got, which one have I got picked? This one? Yeah, I got this one picked with this beautiful background. This is the evil one that I'm fighting against, so we went with a bat. It's a thing. Now, you can change this. I'm not really sure which one. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what they really do. Toggle between direct competition for goals. Maybe that's 1, 2, 3. Or less direct competition between. So I guess the rules are going to play. I guess I've been playing this way. This is selected now. Let's try that and see what it does. I haven't changed that before. So we have options here. Each of these different habitats give us different things to do. Now notice we have 4 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each round has got less turns in it. It gets shorter and shorter and quicker to get the job done that you're required to do. So you need to plan ahead a little bit. With each of these 4 rounds, we have got specific goals in mind for that round. So this is going to, the most, I'm going to get extra points for the most eggs I have in a nest that looks like that. In this one, it's a little bit different. It's that kind of a nest, but with at least 1 egg in it. If I have 10 eggs in it, it won't count. It just counts one bird with that nest gets 1 point. This one, if I've got 4, you know, eggs in a nest like that, all 4 count. So that's the difference. This is just how many eggs you have in that particular habitat. And this one, again, the last one is going to be that how many eggs in that particular nest. So ideally, moving forward, it would be nice to get a whole bunch of that kind of nest in the water. So they'd count lots there and again there. So you can kind of, you know, look ahead and say, is there a way for me to optimize what's coming later while I play right through now too? So of course I would want to get as many of these nests as possible in the water so they count for later. You know, so I want to be adding these 2 in the water if possible. That does, you don't always get the cards. That's not always a possible thing to do. So playing a bird from your hand, I don't actually use that because you can do it within these specific habitats as well. But if you click, if we start out working in the forest, this is how we're going to get food from this little bird feeder over here. See the bird feeder? And then when we have food in our own inventory, we're able to spend that to buy birds to place. This one is going to let us lay eggs, these different eggs that are being counted. That's where we're going to get most of our eggs from. There's other ways to get them, but that's the majority of it. And then this is where it's going to let us actually get more birds. So it starts out with letting you pick 5 things. And my opponent has picked 2 birds and 3 food. Now you get, and you can do all 5 birds if you want, but then you don't have any food to put them out. You could get a whole lot of food because then you're, you know, it's a nice buffer for later, but you'll still have to then take, you know, 1 turn per bird here kind of thing. Well, ish. That changes, you'll see. So right now I'm looking for that sort of nest. This will be good too. Anything in the water is going to be good, and those will be good long term. So this one is taking 3 different kind of food to get that 1 bird out. Now it's got a good number. At the end of the game, it's going to count this actual number on the birds as well. So a 7 is better than a 3. These activation things are amazing sometimes, and sometimes they kick you in the butt if you don't plan ahead. You can waste a lot of good resources, as I have learned the hard way. Yeah. Excuse me. So for this particular round, I don't have a single nest here that's going to help me at all. And so, these are the nests right here. So I'm looking for those with a bunch of eggs in it, and I have none. So at some point in the next round, this one would be good for me, and then this one's going to be good right at the end. Now this is kind of nice because it lets me get, when it's activated, and I'll show you what that means, but I will always get a free food, and that's kind of brilliant. This one gives me either one of those two foods, so that's kind of nice too. And quite frankly, if I nabbed this one, I'll need two of these, and if I see the little button at the bottom here, way at the bottom, little down arrow, then it gets rid of all the stuff, and I can kind of see what's going on here. And I will have none of those little berries in my first bird feeder round here at all. So I could get one of these out. And this one, you notice it's gain that or that from the bird feeder. If there's not one of those in the bird feeder, you don't get it. The supply is just out there in the world. My little bird went out and pulled up a worm all on its own because it's just a handy little bird. So, you know, that could be a good thing. Now, these are, man, these are all big. 3 food to get these out. 2 bonus cards, another bonus card, and that we'll get to. The bonus cards are over here. We get to start with one of these each. Birds with colors in their names, there's a lot of those. I'll get 3 feathers if I have that many. If I get more, I'll have that. So that's just something else to look forward to later. Birds in your hand at the end of the game. So that's nice, but I rarely ever have anything in the end of my hand. So, yeah. As a starting batch goes, this is rough because I need these water ones, but these are all really big birds, no pun intended. I mean, look at the size of them, first of all. You know, these tall birds with nice big numbers, all in the wrong nest for anything in this game. And they all take 3 food each, which is a little harsh. It's like, seriously, that's just mean. So I do have worms. So if I take that, I could get this guy going. Just because. And now I'm going, do I even want to bother? Who cares? That needs some mouse. This does not. And now I'm going, do I want to bother with this? Oh, and this one's a little bit of a, you know, this is it could be a bad thing because you get a nice big number here. But if the other guy has less cards than I do, I'm just giving him birds for free. And I mean, you can go over and check. You can actually go and see what other, you know, to some extent, like what's been played. So that's a thing. If you want to check that all the time, I never do. I figure it's his hand, dude. You deal with it. It's probably none of my business. Okay, what would be the easiest to get out right away? I mean, these, wow. So this would be helpful later. And this is helpful endgame, which is fine, and it'll be the easiest to get out. So if I took that one and I get this, now in my bird feeder, I did have, what's coming up in the bird feeder? Let's check again. I'm going to have fish and worms, mostly fish and worms. Okay. So I could get a fish there and a mouse. There are no mice in there, so if there's any chance of getting that one out, I'm going to want to take the mouse now. And then I can get the fish and I can get the wheat for these 2. And if I only took one of these, this one's kind of nice because it lets me pick anything else. It's like 1 fish, 1 mouse, and anything else at all. So if I took one of these birds, you can hear the noise. I've got the sound down pretty low, but there are some really lovely sounds in the game. And if I went with a fish, see, I might want to keep that for this guy later. I don't know, guys. If I take the 3, but then I don't have enough food to get anybody out. I mean, I could get that one out right away, but that was not going to be as useful to me for a long time. And that's the, I have no birds for this first batch. And sometimes that happens. This first end game or end round goal, I have gone through and bought card after card after card and just had a massive hand and didn't get a single one of those nests. It just didn't happen. So it's like, well, that kind of sucked. And there are some nests that have stars on them and they count for everything. So that's kind of nice. It's just a wild card. So if I pick 3, dang. Okay, and do this, and I only get 2 food then. I've got to get 1 other food to even get the first card out. And then I'll need 3 more food to get the next card out, which means I need to get him played straight away. And I'll show you why in just a second. Man, I am tempted to drop one of these and go for the food. Because I could get this guy out right away. And then when I activate for more food, he'll get things, well, I'll show you. I'll go with the colors because, like I said, I almost never have birds at the end. I just don't. And now the game actually starts. And so here in the habitat, I have to click on this card to activate this habitat, which will allow me to go for food. Or, you know, or I can just play the card. And that takes 2 of those, and that's cool, and there we go. So that'll be good end game. That's okay. Now I have only 7 rounds left. Now I want to activate a card. I'd like to get another card in here as quickly as I can, because then will allow me to take 2 food each time instead of 1. So right now I have a mouse and nothing else, but I will need food here for this fella. And here's the thing, anytime all the remaining food are the same, you get to click this and sort of reshuffle. So I need a mouse and I need a fish, unfortunately. So I will have to take one of these, which kind of blows. But, because if I could get rid of those 2, then that's the same and I can redraw for everything. But I do need a fish. So, and now because I've done something here, I get to take an extra worm. Woohoo! Go me! So now I have a fish and a mouse, and I have a fish and a mouse, and and it's still not, and I have a worm that I got for this for free. So that allows me to play this card next time, which is kind of cool. So, and that's what I mean by activate. Once you've done something in here, the cards that are lined up, if they have an activation fee, then you get to activate them. So now I get to play this card. Now I get bonus cards, birds that eat wheat, and birds that have at least 1 egg laid on them. Man, any symbol with that, and a lot of cards have that, so that's cool. And I know I'm not doing so good with that, am I? Okay, we'll go ahead and take that and hope. Take it. Click over here. Now, I need, there's a card. Draw 2 new bonus, but that, again, it's a 3. It takes 3 to feed him. That's horrible. I'm not going to have any freaking cards for this first one at all, unless I bring him out. And it's going to take me 3 turns to get enough food. Unless I take this guy. If I take this guy, he's not good for the things at all. But he will lay eggs on there, and that will count toward the end of the game, so yay. And if I play him in the water, and every time I activate something in the water, which obviously I will be doing because I'll be adding more birds here, he will, just as it goes kind of down the row with the different powers that are there, he will just lay eggs on himself automatically, which is kind of nice. Man, oh man, oh man. I need to draw cards. And this one's only 1, so that'll be, it's only the 1 food, so that'll be nice. And this one can be handy, here and here, so that's good too. Kind of want both of these cards, but I need to get something in the. Oh shoot, I don't know which one to do, guys. I figure I would end up using this one more in the water. because I'm going to be trying to add to that later. But and this one I will want. This one would be great. Now I could take that, but I won't even get enough time to get this to work. I'll need 3 turns to get the food, and then we got to put eggs on it as well. This is almost pointless to me at this. It's just not enough room to do much with it. I'm gonna take this fella, and if I wanted to lose an egg, I don't even know if I have an egg. I'm gonna play him over here because this will allow me to get 2 food at a time. But I got to get the food first. Except by taking the food, cool beans, then I'll get this activated and get my second one. So next time out, I can play him rather than taking 2 turns. So I'm gonna play him up here. Oh, because I don't have any eggs. Oh, shite. Seriously. See, this is costing me. See the little egg on top? I forgot that part. To play him in here, I have to pay an egg. Except I have no eggs on any of my birds. So I can't do that either. So I've got to go and do this. Before I can. This is harsh, guys. Pretty harsh, guys. Well, hecky ding ding darn. I mean, I guess I can just go ahead and put them both here. And that's my whole turn. Now I need to get, I only had 2 turns left. Oh, this is going to hurt so bad. So I need to get this guy up anyway. Now I get 2 food every time, and that's going to help tremendously. So, and I have to spend the egg to get him in there. Ah, oh, this is painful. And I'm sure there's lots of other things I could have done, right? But whatever. So now I can just go for straight up food and check what birds are here, or I can activate this to take a bird. And I have none of the right, this first round has been a little unfriendly. That's the only bird that has come up. And there was not a particular way to get that done. But I do want to draw a bird. Give me bird. And quite frankly, I know I'm going to need this fella at some point. And I need these. But this one's cheap and easy, and it'll, you know, look at this. He only got 2, but it still looks pretty pathetic, doesn't it? Oh, okay, so now we're looking for the little cup nests, of which I have any? No, nothing there, and nothing there, and nothing there either. Good job. Well, this will be better later. Oh yes, I need food. I have no food at all. Okay, so let's go get some food, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and just take 2 of those because whatever. This will allow me to shuffle it up and see what I need later. And I'm going to get a worm here in a second anyway. Tuck. Oh, and if you do, I don't want to do that. So, because I just want to play this. Yes, skip it. And then this will give me an extra food anyway. So, oh, hum-de-dum. So I do want to play another card here. Click on a bird from any habitat to spend an egg. I know. Okay, so we need to look for nests. We need those little cuppy nests, and I don't have any out, and there's none showing. So all I can do at this point is to click over here blind. Now at least I get to pick 2 cards now because I've got the 2 birds down. And hope, wrong card. Wrong card. Oh gosh. And this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes all you can do is just plan ahead, guys. Just plan ahead. Oh God, this sucks. Okay, well, dang. And this needs a fish and anything else, but at least I could play it. What does he have for me? Discard to gain food. Well, yeah, I don't have any eggs, so I'm not even getting the wild card nest. This is terrible. but sometimes it's what happens. It is what it is. So that goes there on that bird automatically. So he'll just fill himself up as time goes, which is kind of nice if I do enough stuff in here. Whoops, sorry about that. That's my get up and exercise. Notice. Oh goodness, so this is gonna hurt. Oh my goodness, I'm only in the second round. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, so water and those other nests, these. Okay, so these would be nice to have for later, but I could plant. Okay, I've only got this one. Yeah, that's not going to do me a whole lot of good, but it's a big 6. It's good points for the end. And that one's okay too, but I just need food. So right now I need to activate this, which will give me another food here, which is kind of cool. So I will be getting one more worm. I need fish on both of these, and there are no fish here. So, you know, yay. Was there anything going on here that wanted a mouse? What did I have? That one needs a mouse, but I don't. These two, so extra worms, another wheat, or a little, this one is kind of nice, because if I play, although that's in the same habitat, which is not doing me, oh, that one's all right. If I played these two into the same habitat together, which won't help with that, but it does help at the end of the game, because I could play him and play this one as long as I have enough food to feed them both. But and unfortunately that water one would then become a grassland one. But when it comes to food, I'm going to get another worm, but it looks like I'm going to need more worms there and there, no matter what I do here going ahead. So I will go ahead and take that, and I'm going to reset that now because I can, and I am going to need lots of little fishes. So we'll start with this, I guess. Click a card from the hand. Tuck a card from the hand. Do I want to? Which card is doing that for me? And if I could draw another bird. Ooh, so I could get rid of one of these. Both of which are kind of cheap to play. And then I could draw another bird though. What do we have on the birds that are showing? Like I said, I want to do these together, and I do need stuff in the water though. So I don't know if I want to get rid of either one of these. I mean, these are, you know what, I think I'm just going to skip that one. When activated, draw 2, discard 1. Well, all right. And I'll have to get rid of one of these then. It took one, didn't it? So if I want this one and these for the last hand, choose a card or go for a different one. This one's kind of tricky. See, I could put that one in the grassland if I get enough turns and then move him, which is kind of cool. And I gain that as well. So that shook things up a little bit. I don't know if it was any good for me. Okay, I need birds in the cups, and there's not a single, there hasn't been, look, there's not a single nest that have those little cuppy things. They're just like, screw you, lady. It's not going to happen. This will at least get me a thing out. And I'm going to need, well, I've got lots of worms. I will need another worm, and I'll need a berry to play that. So, you know what? That's fine. Just take it. And I have to spend an egg. Do I have an egg anywhere else? I don't think I have eggs. I only got that one. So I'll spend it, and then I'll get it put back here in a minute. This has been awful. The first round, I got no nests with the collection of eggs. The second round, I got no nests with little cups. And if they're not coming up, they're not coming up. I'm not, oh, this is a bad, bad game. Hopefully, I, will be doing something ahead enough to count. Now, here's the thing. I can't do a whole lot unless I start laying eggs. This will just let me draw a couple of cards, but I have to pay 2 eggs for it, and I don't have 2 eggs to do that with. You kind of get into a rock and a hard place situation. And I don't have enough food to play him anyway. Wow, so I'm just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to lay eggs somewhere, any old place at all, but they gotta go somewhere. Discard an egg from any of your other birds. So at some point, the important part for me is just going to, like the next round, it's just important to have all of these eggs lined up, right? So I guess. Oh, look, 'tis a cuppy one. Ooh, and gain 3. Isn't that sweet? That's really nice. You know, it's a little late in the day. And I don't have that many anyway. So what do I have here? I got a bird I can't play. I need food again. Always with the food or with another card. And there's no, you know what? I'm just going to go for these 2. I mean, you use them at some point and then I can shake it up next time. Do I want to tuck a card? That's the only bird I can play, and it is one I will need later. So I'm just going to skip that, because I know it's a bird I can use. I would just be trading it for who the heck knows what, right? And it's too late to play anything. Oh, he had the same problem. Oh, these are terrible scores. Usually we're both, you know, fighting out 5th, 4th, and 5th place or something. This has not been nice. And did you see how many he has in water to start? He's really been playing ahead. He's been doing a much better job than me. Okay, so this one is all about the water, and it's just straight up eggs in water. So if I spend an egg, I could pick a couple more cards. I need 2 mice for that to be any good. I need 2 more mice for that to be any good. And this would gain, I could gain food from there. Do I have any mice in the feeder? I got 1. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I don't have a lot of turns this time either. Tuck a card. You know what? Although I want you next time and you're cheap. And that's got a lot of eggs on the bottom. I'm just going to want to keep that one for later. Okay, now let's go back over here. Thank you, dear. And how many cards, how many, ew, I didn't see how many turns I had left. It's going to cost me 2 eggs. All right, look at the deck. If it's less, tuck it behind. Roll the dice. If any are that, that's good too. Well, this one will just let me play the 2. I'll take this one, which is not the right nest, but I can put it in the water, so that's good. And this one could be good later, and it's 2 more mice. Or do I just take a shot? I don't know, guys. Okay, and I have to discard an egg to do that, but I gain this from there, and I need more mice. Give me little mices. And that lays an egg there, so thank you. 4 turns left. All right, I gotta get these guys out. Is there one that's any better than the other? I have no idea. Click on an egg and another egg. And now I've got to spend the rest of the time just getting eggs behind here. Got 3 turns left. I got to get eggs behind here. Lots and lots of eggs behind here. All right, whatever. Now, if I took the time to get the one there, then of course, you know, if you get 2 down, you start getting 3 eggs, which is really nice to do. But I do not have enough food to get either of these out. So, yeah, I take the time to get the food, or I get, you know, or I don't. Is there, in the food, is there a, there's not a, shoot, it's tempting to try, but I don't know, guys. Whoops. Here, buttons. Click the right button. Da-dum-dum-dum, da-dum-bum-bum. Oh no. Oh, he cleaned my clock. This is not my finest game. And did you see how far he was ahead with that? Way ahead of me on that. So now I'm looking, only these two here are the only ones that matter to me in this. And I don't have any there. I do have some here, so I've got to get the eggs on these now. Oh, happy day. All right, so to get this out, I need a berry and a worm, and to get this out, I need mice. So we are going to shake it up and hope and I don't get any mice. Well, that's just wonderful. I'm going to take these two because it'll allow me to change that again. Tuck a card. Man, I'm tempted to just dump this, except I need those. I actually need those. Is there any? And there's not a single one here. I would just be taking a shot. Oh. You know, I'm gambling, and it seems like, I don't know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. 4 turns left. Ooh, I got berries now anyway. Well, there's a thing. And a mouse. Well, look at that. Whoops, activate. Come on, you. What's going on here, folks? Let's back that up. Okay, so I need to activate the habitat. Thank you. There we go. So I need the berry and the worm, and I can get the 2 to get them out too. So that's cool. No, I'm not tucking any cards. I need both of these, and I can play them both. Play another habit into the same habitat. So if I take these guys, thank you for that, and move them to here, I now have enough, right? So I can play him. Come on, you. You can go up there. Thank you very much. And then you can go there. Thank you very much. And I do have to spend an egg from somewhere that has an egg. And now I spend the rest of my time trying to get eggs in those nests. Plain and simple. And I'll get 2 turns left to do it. It ain't going to be pretty. I need eggs. But now I at least have 3 on these, so this is good. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter much. That's all I can do. Dice rolled. Okay. In there. Do. And I only got 1 turn left. These are just straight up how many eggs are in here, right? That's the. This is terrible. This is not one of my finest games, guys. It ain't pretty. Oh, cleaned my clock again. Ooh. Now, you can still win this, even though that's gone so bad, because there are other things that they count at the end of the game. Ooh. Ooh. I actually won this. Oh my God. Oh. I did it totally on purpose just to keep you in suspense. Yeah, anyway, there it is. Another new game out there that I am loving. I think it is so fun. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Oh, man. Sneaking in under the wire. Wow, 54 to 52, but I won. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the thumbs up and your comments and your kindness. Bye-bye.